Welcome everybody who is looking before you, that is Kumar Dubey. And in the previous classes I have told you that in the human brains, this means peripheral nervous system, that is consist of 12 pair cranial nerves and 31 pairs spinal nerves. So in the previous classes I have studied good way about the 12 pair cranial nerves. In that I have studied that is the largest or thickest cranial nerve, that is the trigeminal, and that trigeminal is fifth cranial nerve. Okay, largest or thickest cranial nerves, that is the fifth trigeminal nerves. Okay, and longest cranial nerve, that is vagus, that is the 10th cranial nerves. Okay, and shortest cranial nerves, that is the abducens, that is the 6th cranial nerve, and thinnest cranial nerve, that is the trochlear, that is the 4th cranial nerve. Okay, and this is the eye. And in the previous classes I have told you that eye muscle is made by six muscles. Here you are seeing that this is the eye, and this cavity is called the eye cavity. This means eye orbit, and this is the outer surface. This means bony wall, and this eye is attached with the bony wall by the eye muscle. Okay, and by eye muscle, that is the 6. Here we are dividing the eye muscle into 6, that is the into type, that is the rectus and oblique, and rectus, that is 4th. Superior rectus, inferior rectus, external rectus and internal rectus, this is the 4 rectus, and 2 oblique, that is the superior and inferior. By this way 6 muscles that is present in our eye, which is that superior rectus, inferior rectus, external rectus, internal rectus, superior oblique, inferior oblique. These 6 muscles that is present in our eyes. Okay, next, that vertebrates is divided into 2 parts. Amniotes and amniotes and amniotes and amniotes. And means, you know good way that AM is no, not. And amniotes means amniotes is absent. In the amniotes vertebrae, like fish, amphibia, in this amniotic fluid is absent. This means no amniotic fluid. Okay, and in this means in an amniotes vertebrate, not 12 pair cranial nerves, only 10th pair cranial nerves present. Okay, in an amniotes in which amniotic fluid is absent, this means in fishes and amphibia. In fishes and amphibia, only 10th cranial nerves present. In that, a spinal accessory and hypoglossal not present. This means absent. 10th pair cranial nerves is present in an amniotes, and in human brains 12 pair cranial nerves present, and in an amniotes vertebrates 10th pair cranial nerves present. This means 2 pair cranial nerves not present, that is a spinal accessory and hypoglossal cranial nerves absent in an amniotes vertebrates. Like you know that we have a 12 pair cranial nerves, that is the olfactory cranial nerves, optic cranial nerves, oculomotor cranial nerves, trochlear cranial nerves, trigeminal cranial nerves, abducens cranial nerves, facial cranial nerves, auditory cranial nerves, glossophageal cranial nerves, vagus cranial nerves, spinal accessory cranial nerves, and hypoglossal cranial nerves. in the human body 12 pair cranial nerves present, but in amniotes last two pairs, 11 and 12th pairs, 11th pair that is spinal accessory and 12th pair that is the hypoglossal cranial ducts is absent in an amniotes vertebrate in which amniotic fluid is absent. Okay, and second that is amniotes vertebrate. In amniotes like reptiles, apes, mammalia, in this amniotic it is amnion. This means amniotic fluid is present in amniotes vertebrates. Okay, and in 12 pair cranial nerves present. Okay, completely 12 pair cranial nerves is present in amniotes, but in an amniotes 10 pair cranial nerves present, 2 pair cranial nerves is absent in an amniotes, that is spinal accessory and hypoglossal cranial nerve is absent. Spinal accessory, that is 11th pair cranial nerves, hypoglossal cranial nerves, that is the 12th pair, that is absent in an amniotes vertebrates. Okay, in the next classes we will take the knowledge about the 31 pair spinal nerves. Okay, thank you. Like बनता है ना, तो एक लाइक कीजिए.